If it's Wednesday, President Biden accuses Vladimir Putin of genocide as the U.S. prepares to expand its military support of Ukraine and as Russia regroups and rearms. A member of Ukraine's parliament joins me from outside war-torn Kyiv just ahead. Plus, we're more than 24 hours into the manhunt for Frank James. He is now the lead suspect in yesterday's mass shooting on a Brooklyn subway, as investigators pour through a trail of evidence and violent videos that the gunman left behind. We'll have the latest on the investigation also ahead. And later, Alabama is now the first state in the nation to make gender-affirming care for transgender and non-binary youth a felony, punishable by up to 10 years in jail. We're live in Montgomery. Who is it that would be arrested for this? That's coming up. Good afternoon. Welcome to Meet the Press Daily. I'm Chuck Todd here in Washington, where the White House appears to be ramping up its rhetoric as its military support of Ukraine as Russia regroups and prepares for what could be an even more brutal and deadly phase of the war. Three senior administration officials tell NBC News the White If it's Thursday, Russia's flagship missile cruiser is taken out by an explosion, and its ships appear to be retreating from the area as the U.S. pledges an additional $800 million in weapons and other assistance for Ukraine. This as President Biden hits the road again to address soaring costs here at home, what the latest poll numbers say about the president's economic standing and his political strategy to try and bounce back. And some key swing state Democrats are distancing themselves from the administration's plan at the border. We'll tell you why and what it means with Steve Kornacki at the big board. That's all ahead in a busy hour. Welcome to Meet the Press Daily. I'm Chuck Todd. Right now, the United States is working to confirm what has caused serious damage to a key Russian warship at a pivotal moment in the war in Ukraine. And Russian troops continuing to regroup, and the U.S. and our Western allies pledging more military support for Ukrainian forces. Now, Ukrainian officials say their forces struck. If it's Friday, Russia readies its next offensive following a major military setback as its flagship missile cruiser sinks. CIA Director Bill Burns warns of Russian desperation, including the potential deployment of so-called tactical nuclear weapons. All of this as the Western allies try to predict the Kremlin's next move. One of Putin's fiercest critics, dubbed Russia's most wanted man, joins me ahead. And later, health officials keep a leery eye on a rise in COVID infections as we head into a holiday weekend. What it all means for the future of public health policy, all that's coming up. Welcome to Meet the Press Daily. I'm Chuck Todd in Washington, where national security officials are trying to answer a key question. How will Russia respond to recent setbacks in Ukraine? How desperate is Putin for some sort of symbolic victory? Just days after Russia's